everyone, welcome to a new video. My name is Jerry Miller and this will be Shakshouka, which is a Middle Eastern dish. I made it a few times before. It is one of those dishes where you can go in so many directions. It has chickpeas in it, so it's rich in protein. It's really nice. It's filling. You can have it as lunch, just throw an egg in it. But also besides that, you can also just throw some like chicken in it, some salami if you want. Like if you want to feel crazy, a little bit bacon. Although they don't eat maybe bacon there, you can add it. You can get very creative with it. And so I'm gonna show you how to make a simple one. And once you've seen this, you can make it your own. You can go in any other direction if you want. Just use a lot of vegetables. I'm using, for example, courgette and eggplant. Now, if you don't like eggplant, you just replace it with something else like leek or like broccoli, or you pick something else, but you can go so many directions with it. But why am I still talking? Now, like I said, I made it before, so in this video I am gonna cut and fry everything at the same time. So first I start off with cutting some onion and garlic, which is for me basically essential. It goes in 90% of my dishes. At least onion, garlic, it depends a little bit of what I'm cooking. Now I cut it like nicely thin and I start frying it in a little bit of oil, and I add right away the seasoning, as you can see rolling up the screen. And while I'm frying that a little bit caramelized, I'm adding as well my harder vegetables. Now that would be carrot, paprika. Now I also add already zucchini and eggplant, because usually they need a little bit longer to cook. They soak up and it takes a little bit time, and you don't want raw. Raw carrot is fine, but raw zucchini and raw eggplant is a little bit of a different story. Now, as you saw, I sliced most of the things all in the same shape, mainly because that's for me convenient. You can serve this with some eggs and bread next to it, and you dip it. I just cut it all in the same equal size because I don't know why, it just happened. I don't like big chunks of food in a dish like this where you can basically eat it with a spoon. So I'm eating all of these, slicing all these things. And once the zucchini and the eggplant are a little bit fried, I'm adding tomato. And I went for crushed tomatoes. Now you can use tomato sauce as well. It's just as fine, just as nice. But crushed tomatoes gives also a little bit of a texture thing. And I add as well, if you have 1 can crushed tomatoes, I'm adding 2 cans of water. And why is that? So that everything can cook and becomes family, reduce a little bit, so it gets the nice thickness that I want while it is cooking, which gives a nice overall flavor. As you know, in this point you can also add more spices if you want. So marasa hanout works really nice with this. Perhaps even a little bit more paprika powder, smoked paprika, a little bit more spice if you like that. You can still go in many directions and without adjusting too, or like without being afraid that it will be too late in the end result. Now, once that is a little bit, once it starts boiling again, it starts, bubbling and reducing and brings to that boiling point, I'm adding my cauliflower. And why now? So that my cauliflower doesn't overcook or like doesn't get too soft that it's like more mush than actually bite into it. So I'm adding it later for just this purpose. And around this point, I will also add my chickpeas. Now, I didn't say it, but you can add it around now as well, and it will get a little bit soft. It will be nice. And I have canned chickpeas. And so once it's the right thickness that you want with your puree that's cooked far enough and everything has a nice flavor to it, you can choose either you add a fried egg or boiled egg. If you added chicken, you can, like I did, I fried it in a separate pan just for the nice. But you can, because I can measure it a little bit better for myself, that I don't go too crazy on it. But otherwise, you can basically mix it all in the pan, scoop it up, add some bread or rice or something. But personal preference for this is just bread. Scoop it up and enjoy your meal. It's like I said, it's really easy. You can go after this in many other directions with your own vegetables that you prefer. And it's just one of those meals that won't take long. It's delicious, and you can make it in a bigger amount as well, so that you can basically food prep it. Now you have it in the fridge, like containers, like this amount I need to eat, this amount I need to eat, or one big container and you scale everything by yourself. But that is up to you. And for now, I would say, have a nice day.